It was a quiet Sunday morning. Coffee steaming in my mug, I sat on my porch swing, enjoying the breeze. My dog, Max, lay at my feet, tail wagging lazily. It was the kind of morning you don't want interrupted. But if there's one thing you can count on, it's HOA Karen finding new ways to ruin peace. She came storming up the sidewalk like she owned the whole block, clipboard in hand, phone at the ready. Without so much as a hello, she pointed at me and barked. "You need to vacate this porch immediately. This property isn't registered to you." I blinked, stunned. "Karen, this is my house, my porch," she scoffed. "Oh, please, don't play games. I've checked the HOA roster. You're not on it, which means you're trespassing. If you don't leave now, I'll have you arrested." I sipped my coffee slowly, just to let the absurdity sink in. Arrested? For sitting on my own porch? "That's right," she said, puffing up like a peacock. "You think I don't know what's going on? You probably snuck in here pretending to be a homeowner." "Well, I'm calling security." I couldn't help it. I laughed. Hard. Because little did Karen know, I wasn't just a homeowner. I was also an active-duty Marine, recently back from deployment. And this house? Paid off in full, deed in my safe, name carved into county records like stone. But I decided to play along. "Go ahead, Karen. Call whoever you like." And she did. 10 minutes later, she returned with 2 of her HOA enforcers. Guys in cheap polo shirts with clipboards of their own. They looked uncomfortable, like they'd rather be golfing. "This man refuses to leave private property," Karen announced dramatically, pointing at me like she'd just uncovered a fugitive. "Remove him at once." One of the men cleared his throat. Ma'am, he looks pretty comfortable there." "That's because he's a liar," Karen snapped. "He's an imposter, and I won't stand for it." I finally stood, setting my coffee down. "All right," I said, voice steady. "You want proof." I stepped inside, grabbed a folder, and came back out with the deed. Flipped it open, pointed at my name in bold letters. "That clear enough for you?" Karen's face paled, but she doubled down. "This proves nothing. He could have forged it." And that's when my unit pulled up. 3 black SUVs rolled down the street, flags mounted on the grills. Out stepped 6 Marines, brothers I'd served with, dropping by for a cookout we'd planned that afternoon. They saw Karen standing on my porch, yelling, and immediately stiffened. "Everything all right here, sir?" one of them asked, voice sharp, eyes locked on Karen. Karen's mouth opened and closed like a fish. The color drained from her face as realization dawned. She hadn't just picked a fight with a random neighbor. She tried to throw a Marine off his own porch, in front of his entire unit. I smiled calmly. "Everything's fine. Karen here was just leaving." The tallest Marine, built like a wall, stepped forward. "Ma'am, you heard him. Off the porch." Karen stumbled backward so fast she nearly tripped over her own clipboard. The 2 enforcers bolted without a word, leaving her red-faced and trembling. By then, half the neighborhood had gathered, phones out, recording. Karen hissed, "You'll regret this," and stormed off. But she was wrong. At the next HOA meeting, the video of her trying to evict me from my own porch played on a projector screen. Neighbors laughed, some booed, and the vote to remove her as president was unanimous. Karen tried to fight it, screaming about conspiracies, but the damage was done. Her reign of terror was over. As for me, I still sit on that porch every morning with my coffee. But now, whenever Karen walks by, she crosses the street, eyes glued to the ground. Turns out, some porches aren't just off-limits, they're defended by the United States Marine Corps.